Well, go on, everybody. Lennox here from Simple 123 Trader. This is the weekly outlook for the major U.S. pairs for the week of Sunday, August 23rd to Friday, August 28th. All right, so let's take a look at what's setting up for all these pairs. Starting off with the U.S. dollar futures index. I'll take a look at that one from the daily time frame. And what is playing out right now is that we hit a major support area and we've bounced to the upside. I think this is a short-term bounce and we should continue the overall downtrend. But let's go in a little closer and take a look at that. Okay, so this is on the daily time frame. And I'm going to drop down to the 4-hour time frame, get a closer look at what's going to be setting up primarily for this week. Okay, so on the 4-hour time frame, again, my expectation was for possible move to the downside, and or it could have arranged in a channel, something like this, playing out, and then another drop. So, and this could also move to the upside from this area as well. So, a couple of scenarios that could play out. And right now, of course, whenever there's a channel, that's not going to be a perfect straight across. It can be this way. It can go this way. That channel can go any kind of direction. And in this case, it looks like we are in a pretty straight across channel at the top. However, the bottom is starting to go that way. Okay, so we might play out in this channel and continue to the upside. And then I would foresee a further drop to the downside as the week progresses. Okay, so now I'm going to come in a little tighter and take a look at what's setting up right in here and see how that looks. So on the 1-hour time frame, so this will give us an idea of what's setting up for tonight's London Open session and what to expect. Okay, so I'm just going to jump back to the 4-hour, and I'm going to put some channel lines on just so that we have a gauge as to where we are overall. So let me do that again and get the longer guys. All right, so here is the overall channel lines that have developed so far. Okay, so that's what we've got setting up right now. All right, so we're in that channel. So back to the 1-hour time frame. So there's our channel line. Make sure that it's hugging. And at this point here, we had a very strong push, and again, we are looking like we're going to push one more time back up into this area at this point in time. Okay, so that's from the 1-hour time frame. So the expectation here, if I drop a little lower, I'm going to go to the 15-minute time frame, and what we're looking at now is just this current move. So expectation for this move would be to the upside. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing for the US dollar futures index. So if that plays out correctly, then what our members would be looking for would be opportunities in the major US pairs, Aussie, Euro, GBP, and New Zealand US dollar to the downside, and USD CAD, USD Swiss, USD Japanese Yen to the upside. Okay, to go along with gold. Gold will go, and Bitcoin will of course be doing what Aussie and Euro, Ethereum, and so forth will be going to the downside as well. All right, so let's take a quick look at Aussie US dollar, just as an example. So on the 1-hour time frame, so since the US dollar has a little bit of strength, and it just opened now. Current time is 5:05 Pacific Standard Time, 8:05 Eastern Time. So just opened up on the markets for the U.S. dollar. So again, since the U.S. dollar expectation is for a move to the upside, we would expect Aussie U.S. dollar to drop, and looks pretty good there. So I'm going to go to the daily first, and we get an overall look. So from the daily, our last resistance area was here, but we pushed through. But it looks like now that we're turning and could be pushing back down coming in this coming week. Okay, so on the 4-hour time frame, looking pretty good here that we have a move that's going to take place to the downside at this point. So any break of this point, and of course all bets are off, but looking pretty weak at this point for the Aussie US dollar. Okay, so back to the hourly, and this is short term, but again, looking like we're going to be heading a continuation to the downside at this point. Okay, so if that holds out, Euro US dollar should be doing similar. So Euro US dollar also big strong push to the upside, but now we've reached a high point. It looks like it wants to turn around to the downside. This is on a daily, and dropping to the 4-hour time frame. We are again heading to the downside right now, and I'd much like to see this again continue to the downside. Of course, we can get a little retrace. Any breach of this point, and of course this point, and then all bets are off. But it looks like we're heading to the downside again. Okay, so weakness there, and GBP US dollar would be similar. Okay, so again, very strong push to the upside, and we're now at a pretty strong resistance area, and looking lots of battles going on in here right now. Okay, so let's just see how that's going to play out. And on the 4-hour time frame, again looking like the bears are winning out at this point. So very strong resistance here. We have a 1, 2, 3 top. We could get another push back up before we drop, but again, still looking weak for GBP US dollar. Okay, and that will be the same for New Zealand US dollar. Let's take a look at USD CAD. So these should be turning to the upside and going into tonight's session. So we're in an overall downtrend. So that would be the key takeaway. We're in an overall downtrend, but we're also coming very close to a support area. We're right in the support area actually. Okay, so possible turnaround at this point, 4-hour time frame. Okay, we're starting to bounce to and looking like we want to go to the upside here. So we have double bottoms here, looking like we want to push to the upside going into tonight's session on the 1-hour time frame. Okay, so any traders wanting to go short would now be in jeopardy at this point. All through here, they'll be in jeopardy. So looking like it's possible that this could turn and go to the upside in short order. Any breach of this point to the downside, of course, would negate our long, and of course, a breach of this level, and we're totally incorrect. Okay, so looking good there for USD CAD, USD Japanese yen. Okay, from the daily time frame. Okay, we have been in quite a channel here, and again, you can see that we're right in the middle of the channel at this point. So which way is this going to break? Japanese yen has had quite some strength during the week, so last week. So 4-hour time frame is looking like it wants to, the US dollar wants to push up against it at this point. So again, we're looking at any traders going short are in jeopardy at this moment in time. So looking like this wants to push to the upside in the short term here. Okay, so dropping to the 1-hour time frame again, looking pretty good for a continuation move to the upside for USD Japanese yen. All right, and the last one I'll take a look at is USD Swiss. Actually, I could take a look at gold just real quick as well, USD Swiss from the daily. Okay, so we've been in quite in a downtrend. I'm just going to go to the weekly just so I can see where support is, and we've breached support, the support level right through here, and prices dropped dramatically, and now we're getting a nice bar pushing us back to the upside. So dropping to the 4-hour or to the daily, sorry, we're getting that nice bounce, and on the 4-hour time frame now, we're looking very strong to the upside here. Okay, so again, traders who have gone short now are in jeopardy. So looking like we want to push to the upside through this move here. So again, though, this holds. Anyone who's gone short is in trouble. Any breach of this, of course, we're wrong, but looking like we will be pushing to the upside. USD Swiss. All right, and a quick look at gold, and we'll call this. Okay, so gold futures at this point on the daily. Okay, we've had a move back down, a move back up, and then it's looking like it's weakness here at this moment. So gold versus the US dollar should be heading to the downside, okay, based on the US dollar strength. Okay, so right now that's what it looks like here on the 4-hour. We're heading back to the downside. So again, any breach of this level, and we're totally incorrect. But other than that, it's looking like we are heading to the downside for gold, and that would be my take on that. So that's a look at what's setting up for this week in these pairs. Profitable trading to everyone. Be safe. I'm done now. Thank you.